Hi everybody, welcome to Storyville. This story is about stones, but stones that you probably aren't going to recognise until you've heard this story. Anyway, the story begins, true story. They're all true stories. Okay, I'm not making these fuckers up. It's real true stuff. A lot of people saying, oh yeah, Binnie, surely that's not fucking for real. I'm like, it's for fucking real, you know. It's for very real. Like, I'm not bullshitting, you know. Anyway, this story starts basically in my first house after I'd been married. The first house, and I'd felt a bit off during the day. I thought something just not right, you know. You know when you feel this a little bit like a little bit sweaty, maybe like you're a bit flued up or something, and it's not quite yourself, and you think something's amiss here. So I sort of felt like that, and then I thought, get a bath. That normally, you know, settles you down, sorts you out. So jumps in the bath, nice warm bath, gets sorted, gets myself out, gets myself dried up. And as I was drying myself, you know, you normally dry up, and I was thinking, fucking hell, I'm sweating here. I'm like, actually, like, you know, I thought, yeah, I've been in a hot bath, but like, normally if I dry myself off, I'm pretty dry as a fucking bone, you know. Put a bit of deodorant on, and I'm good to go. And I just felt myself like sweating a bit, and I was thinking, what the fuck's going on here? Anyway, I thought I need to get me, you know, my duds on and my clothes back on, and I did. And then all of a sudden, I was feeling like, I was like, what the fucking hell, what's going on here? And then I just felt this twinge in me back. I was like, oh, what the fuck's that? And yeah, I put my hand on, I was just like rubbing it, you know, like, you know, as you would do to comfort yourself. And the pain just started like getting like, it was emphasized, it was just getting more and more acute. It was just getting more and more intense. What the fuck is that? To the point where I thought there's something fucking wrong, because when I was sweating like that, I'd never sweated like that before, and so I thought there's something fucking amiss here. And then when this pain started to happen, I thought, fuck, there's something wrong with us. So I just thought in my mind, you need to get to the hospital. And that house I was living in was probably only really 3 minutes away from the main hospital in the town I live. So fuck this. I thought, you need to go to A&E. So I came out the house. I can't remember whether Lisa was there or not. I can't remember now. I think that time she might have been. I just said, I need to go to the hospital. I think the second time she may be there. But anyway, I jumps in the car, and it starts a car, and I'm literally got a hold of me back. I'm like holding this, like fucking, you know, trying to gear, so I'm trying to fucking I'm over the fucking thing. Honestly, I don't even know how I made it there. I pulled into a parking space, and I literally fucking ran into A&E. Went, I said, I need some. Anyway, at the time, I'm like, can you sit down with something? I can't sit down. I said, honestly, I want to. And it was just, I mean, you know, people say I'm a bit dramatic and a bit like over the top with shit, but I mean, when someone feels like they're fucking stabbing you with a pointy fucking blade, it was how I explained the pain. It was excruciating. I'd never felt this shit before, you know. So I was really like having it. I was like, I need to get us a doctor. And we're like, well, you know, you've got to. Of course, I was making that much of a bit of a drama. We're like, look, get in this fucking side room. Goes in the side room, and I'm just walking around, you know, like, and I just couldn't believe it, you know. My head was in absolute turmoil. Anyway, the doctor comes in. I say, what's the matter, son? I was like, he went, all right, okay. He says, I think it might be kidney stone. He says, it's all the symptoms, and I'm, you know, rubbing me fucking back. He's going, yeah. He says, look, we'll get your painkiller, settle you down, and then, you know, we're probably going to admit you. And I was like, all right, okay. I was like, he went, oh yeah, we'll sort it out. It's nothing life-threatening, you know, we'll sort it out. And I was like, oh, fuck for that. Because I was getting more and more concerned as the pain. I just thought, this isn't going away. And I thought, there's only a certain point of this pain. And I'm going to, that's it, that's over and out, you know. Anyway, so about 2 minutes later, this nurse comes in. She's like, oh, can you drop your trousers? I need to give you a needle in your bum. And I was like, all right, okay. So fucking pulls me fucking jeans down, sticks me arse out. And he just jabs me arse with this needle, pushes it in or whatever. And I was like it didn't happen instantly, but I was still holding on. She was going, hey, you put your pants up, you'll be okay, you know, it gives time to work. And then I just felt like, the pain, and then the pain went, disappeared, and I was like, I was like, I mean, relief at that point it was amazing, because this now had gone on for, say, I would say about an hour easily, but to me it was 10 hours. You know, it was 10 hours, no doubt about it. So I was like, oh fuck me, this is hard work, you know. Anyway, the doctor came back in and said, oh, how do you feel now? I feel all right. And he says, look, he says, do you want to come onto the ward? And I says, look, mate, I says, will it come back? He went, well, it could reoccur. And I says, well, look, if you just give us some painkillers or something, or, you know, diagnosed now. He says, well, drink plenty of water, you know, and He says, but look, he says, if you've got no pain now, he says, we're not going to admit you on the ward, just get yourself away and, you know, call your doctor and come down to the doctors. Anyway, I left, never fucking went to the doctors and everything, mentioned about it. I just thought, I feel all right now, I'm continuing on my life. Because he said, oh, they're not life threatening, we'll probably pass them in your urine. So I thought, right, no worries, that'll do me. So thought note of it, but I thought, oh, fuck me, that pain was horrendous, you know. So I was explaining to my lass, fuck me, just going, oh, it's not. I was saying, I'm telling you, I went to fucking, honestly, I've never felt pain like that. So yeah, we weren't that far over, maybe about another year and a bit. Fucking same symptoms. I started to feel weird. I was like, and I went, no, please, no, please, no. And as I no sooner said that, and it went, kicked in the fucking pain. I was, no, and it just turned on, and I was like, oh my fucking God. So straight away, I don't know whether my lass was with us this time. No, she wasn't with us the second time. I just knew, I thought, I need to get to the hospital. I think she came with us the first time, but anyway, the third time is the most important one. But anyway, jumps in, gets to the hospital. I'm like, got any? And anyway, they're like, shut up, Mr. Binnie, calm down. I was like, no, I can't calm down. I need painkiller, I need painkiller. And I've been a right fucking drama fucking queen, you know. Anyway, but I thought, I know what it is, it's kidney stones. And they're going, no, you've got to be diagnosed by that. I was like, look, man, I've been here before, man. You need to give us these fucking needles. That nurse give us up my bum. I must have been looking, thinking, are you for fucking real? Anyway, the put us in the side ward again. We're like, fucking get this fucker off the main fucking drag, because obviously when you're going on like that, you're running around like you've got a fucking dead leg. You're making other people, you know, feel apprehensive. But at the time, when you're bad, like, you're only thinking to yourself, you're thinking, fuck me, man, fucking dying here, you need to sort us out. So anyway, it gets in the fucking side room. Doctor comes in, I'm like, yeah, it's kidney stones, mate. He's going, I need to check you on the top and all. Yeah, I think I'm gonna admit you onto the ward. I was going, fucking really? And he's going, well, you know, we'll give you a painkiller, see how you go. So anyway, nurse comes in again, boom, jabs us in the bum, and same thing. You know, this one probably went on for a few hours, calmed down, and I was like, whoa, this is, take you in. He wanted us to come in, he says, you know, second time, a couple of years, it could do with doing a couple of tests and all. I was like, fair enough. So anyway, I went in, I felt great, I slept the night, and the next day, like, the doctor came on, oh look, we can let you go. He says, it's obviously no reoccurrence, and he says, you know, you've probably passed. Are you? And I went, oh yeah, I've had a piss and all that. I says, not, you know, not a problem. He went, right, cool. He says, look, he says, any more problems? He went, yeah, bring plenty of water and all that. I say, hey, mate, that pains. He went, oh, he says, you know, they say it's one of the worst pains in the world. And I went, really? And he went, oh yeah. He says, he says, you know, it's a bad one. And I was like, I tell you what, I says, I cannot believe the intensity of that pain. It's just unfucking real, you know. So anyway, I left and got some. I think I did go to see the doctor this time, and he's going, look, you know, you need to drink loads of water and get off the coffee and all that. You're young, you're daft, you're fucking like, aye. Right, so I think about, it might have been about 8 months later, it hit. I knew, again, started like sort of sweating that I don't do that. So I knew straight away, I thought, fucking no, this isn't this can't be fucking happening to me, you know. And it kicked in. Fucking wow. I mean, the pain this time, it was just like, it was just going on forever, you know. It was so intense. It was like, fuck's sake, man, no. Anyway, again, I drove myself to the hospital. No, I didn't. Lisa was with us on that one, 100%. She was going, oh, what's the matter with you? She was going, fucking, it's a kidney stone, man. Because when people haven't had that, they don't know the intensity of pain that's happening at a point. But I'm fucking telling you, this is like some serious motherfucking pain, like I'm telling you. So anyway, she gets to the hospital because I'm dancing around like I'm going, she must have been looking going, are you for fucking real? You're like, there's like loads of people in A&E here and you're fucking dancing around like some fucking ballerina, you know, go bah. But honestly, it was fucking, again, sideboard. They must have thought, get this fucker into a sideboard. He's, you know, fucking mouthing off, and I wasn't mouthing off in a nasty way, I just wanted to be seen, you know. I just thought, I know what it is, it's kidney stones, I need fucking painkiller. So anyway, the classic was, I'm in the room pacing around, mate. That's like, for fuck's sake, man, sit down. I went, I can't sit down. I went, you've got no idea how I feel. And to the point where, like I said, it seemed like really like beyond the other two, way beyond. The pain was fucking off the fucking, well, put it this way, if the pain of the first one was, say, like a 6 out of 10, the second one was probably 7, but this one was a fucking 10.10. It was off the fucking Richter scale, you know. And that might have been because in my mind, because it was happening for the third time, I was thinking, it just scared the living daily. So that's the fucking story through and through. It was scaring me. It was really, really bad. I was fucking running out. Anyway, it got to the point where so fucking thingy, I started to buff up. I never done that. You know, I was physically, my ass was like, what the fuck? I was boffing in this side room sink. Fuck it. It was like The Exorcist fucking 3. I was like, you know. It was just hours away. And anyway, the fucking nurse come in. She went, look, the doctor came in. He went, yeah, kidney stones. And I was like, fuck, I need painkiller. And she went, I says, I need it now, man, doctor. And he was going, I'll get the nurse to come in. I was like, fuck, well, hurry up, man. I says, I've been fucking waiting here, man, an hour. I says, I'm puking up, I'm dying, man. So the nurse comes in. Pull your pants down, Mr. Binnie. Pull my pants fucking down. She grabs us up the arse. So I'm thinking, great. Because I'm sitting at my last, the pain will go in a minute. Fucking did go, did it? I was like, no. I said, you need to get the nurse back in. Fucking the painkiller's not working. She comes back in. She said, you still got the pain, Mr. Binnie? Honestly, it's fucking, I can't take it. I was close to fucking crying. Because I just thought, I'm fucking dead here, like this is not fucking happening to me. So I says, you need to give us another one of them painkillers. She went, I'll have to go and see the doctor. Anyway, she must have seen the doctor, and the doctor said, yeah, give him another one. So she's come in, pull your pants down, puts it in. I thought, right, this will be, so I'm, you know, it fuck work. I was like, no, honestly, I was fucking, my lass was like, what, can you still be out? I was like, I'm fucking, I got tears, man, I said, I'm fucking sick, man, what the fuck? I just lost it. I lost the fucking plot. My fucking mind just went fucking numb. I was like, I mean, I'm not being funny, but at that point in my fucking life, I just wanted to fucking die. I wanted to fucking die, and that's the truth. Because I just thought, fucking, I ain't fucking having this fucking shit go down in me. Because you can't do anything in this pain. You just couldn't do any fucking thing. And it was so intense at this point, I was just fucking boffing up, like I say, didn't know what the fucking painkillers were doing, fuck on. I was like, that really frightened me in my mind. I thought, I'm fucked here, because I thought it's only a matter of time before I'm passed out, or fucking I just dropped down dead, and my heart rate must have been fucking off the fucking charts, you know, because I was fighting it, and it was just so fucking, the pain was fucking insane, you know. And anyway, fucking, I said, you need to get the nurse, you need to get the fucking nurse. And the nurse come in, she went, wait, Mr. Binnie, I was like, I'm fucking not lying, man, I mean, fucking hell, I'm fucking sick, man, I need to get the doctor back in. And I mean, the fucking screams from the room outside, you would think we're trying to stretch me fucking balls apart or something, or pull me fucking stretchers on a stretcher, because the fucking, I was just, fuck me, I wish someone had took a fucking video of that, because it must have sounded like 12,000 fucking pussies, you know, fucking just, I was just fucking losing me fucking mind, me morals, fucking lot, you know. But the fact that I had it twice before, I thought you'd think, oh, you got experience, you know, but honestly, it was them painkillers just done fuck nothing, you know. And I was like, how is that, you know, how is that? So anyway, as a fucking classic. So the doctor comes by, and the doctor's like, Mr. Binnie, I was like, look, give us a second painkiller. That's not working, doctor. You fucking, what the fuck's the matter, man? I need you to fucking. And he I could see he was looking, thinking, what the fuck? And so anyway, he says, look, he says, we need to get an intravenous into you, like a thingy. I need to give you a more powerful drug. And I was going, all right now, and he, you know, fucking, the nurse was trying to grab me arm. I was like, I was running around the fucking room, you know. She must be thinking, she went, Mr. Binnie, stand still. I went, can't fucking stand still. I'm like, do like, I'm fucking giving it, dee fucking Mickey Jackson. I'm fucking doing the moonwalk in the fucking, hey, mate, for fucking hell. Anyway, she got it in eventually, and she put the 2 tapes on. And she says, right, you need to lie down. And I'm like, are you fucking really lie down? Are you seen as I can't lie down, man? I'm fucking I was just jumping around. Like, I can't explain, I couldn't stand still, because the minute I stood still, to me the pain would be amplified by 10. So by running around and rubbing me fucking back, it was probably just all in the mindset, but I just felt like, oh, I'm safe, you know, I'm all safer, but it was still insane. Anyway, she says, look, I promise you, if you can lie down for 5 minutes, I'm going to give you this drug the doctor's allowed us to give you. She went, it'll definitely take the pain away. And like, at this point, I'm like, you're fucking lying, you know, you're fucking lying, you're trying to trick us, you know. And I thought, if you get us on this fucking bed and you start putting straps on us or something like that, you know, and like, the thought of me not being able to touch me back with my hand, and then strapping us down, and that pain, I had this little moment where I just thought, that's it, I'm done, I'm leaving the fucking planet, because I thought that's just going to build up so huge, it's just going to, and that's it, I'm wiped out, I'm fucked. Because at that point I really did think I was going to death's fucking door, because I didn't know how I felt, man. I was in a fucking funny place, I was, and I thought, I don't like it, I need to get out of here. Anyway, my lass was like, just lie on that fucking bed. She was getting fucking stressed out. She must have been thinking, for fuck's sake, don't you know? She'd never seen us like this as well. I mean, I must be lily fucking white and like a fucking zombie or something, you know? Anyway, I lay on this fucking bed. I fucking had my fucking hand on my back. And I was saying, hurry up, and fucking, honestly, whoa, fuck no. Whew. I tell you what, fucking, she shot us up with a drug called pethylene. I don't think apparently they don't even administer them drugs now. But it's pretty much on the same level as morphine. And I honestly, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't fucking believe it. I mean, literally, like that. The pain went, gone. Fucking gone, man. I was like, I was so fucked at that point. She went, are you all right, Mr. Binnie? I went, yeah. I says, the pain's gone. Honestly, it was like I'd fucking went over to the other side. Like, I just couldn't believe. Like, it was just unreal. It was wow. But I'd fought it. This must have been up to 3.5 hours now, 4 hours. Fucking tell you. Just try pain for a minute. It's for anybody suffering out there, by the way, God bless your souls, because I wouldn't wish pain, any sort of pain on anybody, anybody, because it shouldn't really be derived in the human fucking being, even though it is. So don't take us the wrong way, because I've only had this, I don't go through pain in my general life, so for them with arthritis or whatever, God bless you, but I'll tell you, that kidney pain, man, fucking holy shit, man, it was crazy, So anyway, I was lying on the bed, and they said, look, we're going to have to take you on the ward, you've got problems. Took us up and they put us in, and I ended up there for a couple of days, and they'd done some tests, and apparently I'd passed it in my way, because I had to weigh into the fucking containers, and they must have dug it out of something. They were going, oh, this is a stone, and they showed us it, and I was like, fuck off. I was like, no fucking way. And they were like, oh no, that's it. And I was like, honestly, this thing was fucking tiny. I was like, She went, oh, but your kidneys really tender, and they get in, it locks in, it can really, that's what causes you pain. I went, I fucking tell you what is. I mean, they reckon sometimes they're not when you pass them, but for whatever reason, it didn't to me. But anyway, she says, oh, we're gonna let you go. And I was like, all right. So I'm sort of clear, I just went, yeah. And I says, look, I'm not being funny, but I went, is a doc due round? She went, oh yeah, you'll get out, no problem. I said, well, you're not going to ask him for painkillers. So when he came round, I said, like, doc, I says, obviously you've seen me story, you've seen the different things going on. I went, that fucking pain, mate, last time was insane. I went, can you give us any painkillers that, like, when this happens, I could maybe administer something or drop something in my mouth, just to try and help us out, mate, because I went, honestly, that fucking pain. I says, the needles didn't work, and he was like looking, thinking, the needles didn't work. I went, well, the initial needles didn't, until they shot something intravenously, it didn't work. But I says, honestly, any pain relief initially would be great, because I'm going to administer. He said, yeah, well, I'll make a note, and we'll get you some really strong painkillers sorted out. And I was like, oh, really appreciate that, really appreciate it. So my lass comes up, and I'm getting ready to check out, and she says, oh, you just get your prescription on the mid-ward, they've got some painkillers there for you. I was like, no problem. So I'm going out having a bit of daft laugh with the nurses and all that, and I says, hopefully I'll not be barking and all that, and I'm like, and she says, oh, here, there's your medication, Mr. Binnie, and she put them down on the counter, and I looked, and I thought, what the fuck? I mean, these things were like fucking bullets, Well, I mean, I'm going to tell you a story about when I had a discipline back in the day, and I know it's a bit off track, but I'll quickly tell you it anyway. I'm going to have to tell it on another storyboard. But basically, I come in from school when I was little and young, and my mum says, oh, take a discipline, son. Didn't realise discipline had to go in water. Chucked it in my mouth. When they had to swallow it with a bit of water, it just started fizzing up in my mouth, didn't it? It's fucking choking. Couldn't fucking breathe. My mum running through. like that, and she'd turn as well, fucking boom, boom, fucking a little bit come out, she'd say, drink the water. Anyway, it scarred us for life. I've taken any tablet, and now I'm fucking walking around like this. I'm like a fucking chicken with if. I'm like, and the fucking bands of disease, they're like, what the fuck you doing, Dad? And I'm like, well, that's the repercussions. There's the mental side of fucking winding us up, and I'm fucking walking around here trying to put the tablet in and get it in a certain place to swallow it. So I seen these fucking things on the counter that were trying to give us for the pain. I was like, I just went to the wife. I went, whoa, 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 whoa. I'll never swallow one of them in so long as I live. And I was trying to explain the difference to these because we're fucking pissing ourselves off and thinking, fuck me. And she went, Mr. Binnie, they're not to take orally. I went, eh? She went, you stick them up your bum, you know. I was like, oh, right, no worries. I thought, fucking stick them up your fucking bum. I thought, you fucking too right. They were like fucking bombs, the motherfuckers. I thought I would have just went like that to go and swallow that, and it would have just lodged in my fucking throat, and I would have died there and fucking then. That would have been a fucking proper pain fucking killer, wouldn't it? I'm fucking like, for fucking real, like, unbelievable. Anyway, so anyway, gets these fucking painkillers. And like, I'm going on to my last like, look man, you've experienced now until you've experienced labour pain now. I was like, fuck off, no fucking way, no way, you know. It's fucking this pain, the doctor told me, one of the worst pains on the fucking planet. You know, end of fucking fuck your labour pains up your ass, you know. She was like, no, fucking labour pain, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, it went on for fucking years. Luckily enough for me, thereafter, I've never had any signs of them come back, because apparently don't sit around too much, drink a load of water. I got off the coffee and, you know, touch wood, which is a bit over there. I'm okay. However, my last 4 years said, nah, you're full of shit, you know, that pain's not fucking, like, proper pain until you've had labour pain. So one of my young friends, his mum, took bad, and she actually had kidney stones. And it was weird because in the back of my mind I thought, all right, okay. So I thought, right, I'll ask him how's she doing. Oh, the fucking horrendous pain. And he says, I says, what can you ask your mum, like, you know, how did that compare to having you as a baby, you know? And he went, and I was like, just ask, you know, what it was like. And anyway, he'd gone back last that, and apparently he was quite a bad birth, so like if it's going to be on any paw, that would have been it. And she went, oh, kidney stones all day long, the pain's insane, you know. And I went, come on down. I thought, right, I need to get that woman to write that fucking down in black and white, and then I'll pin that up on the fucking internet and say, there you go. Anyone bullshitting me about any labour pains out there, about it being excruciating, you know, you've been in 48 hours labour or fucking 38, it didn't matter. Kidney stones all the way, tell you. And, you know, I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy, and that's the truth. And I've had different pains in my life, but that is the pain, the end all pain for me. It was just fucking unreal, you know. Something that if it didn't go away, or you couldn't get rid of it, at some point you're going to die, because you couldn't physically compute that mentally. You just, at a certain point you just go, that's it, over now, gone. Because you're just going to fucking have a brain freeze, or something's going to give, your heart's going to give out, something's going to go. Because the fucking, wow, man, you can't, you know, kind of get that pain on video for you, but if you ever feel it, please, you know, I hope you get sorted straight away. Anyway, that being said, really appreciate your time watching this. Please like, comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel, please. And I'll see you in another one of these stories. I hope you've enjoyed this one. It's a bit dramatic and a bit over the top in the sense of the clean screen scenario. But, you know, trust us, if you've been where I've been, you'll know, and you'll probably, this will resonate with you. If you haven't, then, you know, you've always got a chance to experience it somewhere down the line. But trust us, absolute killer. Love you. See you later, man. Bye now.